So we're back with part 3 of our 101 films collection. We've seen some good films in part 1, part 2. Next 5 films are still in the cult movie collection range, and the titles just sort of roll and get better and better through that particular range. The first one that we're going to have a look at is the Japanese John Wayne of ninja cinema. It is Sho Kosugi in Rage of Honor. Another brilliant Sho Kosugi film. I think this one was a Shout Factory. See, the Shout Factory, or it could have been the Arrow US in the Arrow US range, because obviously Arrow never picked this one up over here. So it could be, it's either a Shout Factory or an Arrow release. Again, Region B. This one, surprisingly, has a special feature on it, and that special feature is a trailer. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Transfer's really good. It looks good. It's a good film. If you're into sort of martial arts films, action films, Sho Kosugi is a guy to get into. It's a good little film. Again, this it's from Orion Cinema, Orion Films. That's the inside. If you can hear the thunder in the background, I do apologise. It's raining really heavily here at the moment. We're in the middle of a bit of a storm. So that's the first one. So like I said in previous videos, there's a mishmash of all kinds of genres in the 101 label. So we go from a Japanese martial arts film over to a horror film. It's probably the first horror film in that run. It is, yeah. So that's the first horror film. That's Dolls from 1987. Just another cash in, really, from studios wanting to get into the Puppet Master range that was obviously doing big numbers back in the day. Again, this one's got a little bit of extras on it, which again you don't really see, and it's got a director's commentary on this one, which is a rarity, because like I say, you don't see it a great deal on this. Well, this one's called the Cult Horror Collection, which will throw you a little bit, because you've got the Cult Movie Collection, which sort of runs through everything. Then the first horror film they throw out is called the Cult Horror Collection, and then your first Western that they put out is called the Cult Western Collection. And they've never done a sci-fi one, which is a bit odd, really. Or the sci-fi stuff just comes under the cult movies. But they've put a few horror films out. So that's one of the first ones, Dolls. I would imagine, I think I might be wrong, and you can tell me, anybody watching from the US, who put this one out, but it could have been Scream Factory. If it wasn't Scream Factory, it would have been Vinegar Syndrome. But again, it's a nice little release. It looks good. It's an okay film. It isn't brilliant by any standard, but it's okay. Now, next one, part 1 of this film, I'm still waiting for. It should have been delivered weeks ago, and it's never turned up. I don't know why. I'm currently trying to chase it down. Part 1 is better than part 2, but here's part 2 anyway, and that is Ghoulies 2. It's a good film, not as good as the first one, but it's again just a cash in of what was going on with Gremlins at the time. This is from 1987, and there was a load of these that came out at that particular point. Hobgoblins and Critters and all the rest of them. Again, looks really good. Nice little film. Again, I'm not sure who put this one out in the US. I'm not 100% sure. But again, can be picked up really cheap on the 101 range. Next film, slightly different. They didn't go with the standard red DVD cover, Blu-ray cover. and it's a film I like, and it's probably one of the first, I think it's the first sci-fi one I've got in that range, it is, yeah. And that is Alien Nation. For some reason decided to change format on this one a little bit, and didn't go with the red. I mean, they kept the spine looking pretty much the same, and I'll show you one of the others. So you get the 101 and you get the Blu-ray symbol and everything else on the spine, but they decided to go with a darker coloured case. It looks nice. If you're OCD with it being sat on your shelf, it'll drive you nuts, because you've just got one black case sat amongst loads of other red ones. So it stands out a little bit. But again, can be picked up relatively cheaply. It's a good film. It's a nice transfer. Again, nothing on this one. There's no extras or anything on this, which surprised me really, because I would film like Alien Nation, I would have thought that at least they would have put into the red label or the black label, which is the other ones we'll have a look at in a bit in the range. And you tend to get extras and features on those. So that's that. Again, it's not even the standard red Blu-ray. It's actually on with a purple coloured Blu-ray on that one. So that's that. And then this one is the first of the sort of triple packs that they turned out in this one, that in the cult movie collection that I own. And there is a few of them, but it is the Van Damme Collection. If you're a Van Damme fan, 808 Films seem to be churning most of his stuff out in the UK now. The stuff that 88 Films have gone with, they started off choosing some of the more lesser known and not as appreciated Van Damme titles. I think Knockoff was one of them, and Legionnaires in there. Legionnaires okay, but I know that they're slowly turning out the better Van Damme films. I know they did Street Fighter, which is okay. The next one's been turned out by 88 Films. Is Cyborg, which I'll definitely be picking Cyborg up, because that's a great film. But the 101 releases, these can be bought on 3 singles, or it can be bought in a triple pack like this. Probably this is the best value for money way of doing it. 3 Van Damme films, AWOL, Black Eagle and Death Warrant. Out of the 3, Death Warrant I'm not that keen on. It's okay. AWOL and Black Eagle are fantastic, and again, Black Eagle has got Sho Kosugi in it as well. So there's a lot of Sho Kosugi films in the 101 range. As the back, there's no extras on these. Again, it is just the films. And again, it's nice that they're on 3 discs. So there's AWOL, Black Eagle, and Death Warrant. So that's the 5 films for that particular one. Again, I know I keep saying it, but please give the video a like, give us a subscribe. If you're into 80s stuff or sort of boutique Blu-ray stuff, then you'll probably like what we do over here. Hit that little notification bell. You'll know when I've got new stuff coming on. But that's it for part 3. We'll see you soon again in part 4. Take care. See you all soon. Bye bye.